First, we're going to get right to the latest, the race for the White House. Look at people lining up at polling places all around the country. Some 71 million Americans have already voted early, in person or by mail. That is more than half the total vote from 4 years ago.
We're going to break all kinds of records this year, and it's all playing out as the country's in the grip of a new COVID wave. Cases spiking across the country. The rate of positive tests is increasing in 11 of 13 battleground states, setting a record in Wisconsin, where President Trump defied social distancing at his rally last night. Joe Biden in Georgia hoping to turn that state blue for the first time since 1992. Mary Bruce starts us off from Atlanta. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, George. Well, the Biden team is optimistic that they can flip some of these Trump states. It's why they are spending time in places like here in Georgia. Biden pitching voters, promising that he can help heal the country after the tumultuous Trump turn, while the president is out trying to make up for lost ground in the Midwest. This morning, with 71 million ballots now cast, more than half of all votes in 2016, Joe Biden is hoping those early votes can help him flip red states blue. Biden on offense in Georgia, a state Trump won by 5 points in 2016, making his closing argument.
With our voices and our votes, we must free ourselves from the forces of darkness, from the forces of division, and the forces of yesterday, from the forces that pull us apart, hold us down, and hold us back.
Biden this week is also hitting traditional battlegrounds like Florida, Wisconsin, and Michigan, states Trump won 4 years ago but is now scrambling to hold on to.
I'm working my off.
Trump Tuesday sprinting through 3 states, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Nebraska. COVID cases are spiking in all 3 states, but Trump is adamant that the country is rounding the corner.
We're in great shape. And in the one areas, the Midwest, the little areas in the Midwest, certain areas that are heated up right now, they'll go down.
Painting a rosy picture has become a standard part of his stump speech.
Here's the story. It's COVID, COVID, COVID. You can't watch anything else. They're doing heavy COVID because they want to scare people.
What's his closing argument? That people are too focused on COVID. He said this at one of his rallies. COVID, 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 he's complaining. He's jealous of COVID's media coverage.
Campaigning for Biden in Florida Tuesday, former President Obama relishing the chance to lay into his successor.
Last week when Trump was asked if he'd do anything differently, you know what he said? He said, not much. Not much. Really? Like maybe you shouldn't have gotten on TV and suggested we might inject bleach to cure COVID?
The president is also sending out his top surrogate. In her first and only campaign appearance, First Lady Melania Trump hitting the trail in must-win Pennsylvania, trying to appeal to critical suburban women, speaking to a packed crowd about her own experience with COVID.
Like many of you, I have experienced the first-hand effects of COVID-19, not only as a patient, but as a worried mother and wife. This administration chooses to keep moving forward during this pandemic, not backward.
Now, the president today is continuing these rallies at a breakneck pace. He will be in Arizona before heading to Florida. And while these packed rallies may be good at turning out his supporters, they are not good at stopping the spread of COVID. In Minnesota, for instance, the health department tells us that 23 cases are now linked to outbreaks at Trump campaign events. Joe Biden, of course, the optics could not be more different. He is holding far fewer events with much more social distancing, far more masks. Biden is actually off the trail today, but will also be in Florida tomorrow. George.
And Mary, we have a couple new polls out today from the battleground states, including Michigan. Shows Joe Biden a solid lead right there, about 7 points. That's about where it's been for the last several weeks, and widening his lead in the state of Wisconsin, 57 to 40. That's pretty far outside of where other polls have been, but he has been improving his position in that state and the other polls as well.
And George, this appears to be a reflection of the toll that Trump is taking from his handling of the coronavirus. Wisconsin now is the 3rd in the nation in COVID cases per capita, with a 53% increase in average daily cases in the last 2 weeks. In Michigan, they've also seen record daily cases. And George, it's also striking in these polls when you look at women voters. Biden leads Trump by 30 points with likely female voters in Wisconsin, up 24 points in Michigan, George.
And we're seeing serious early vote in both those states. Okay, Mary, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.